What's up, everybody? Kyle here at Let's Talk Wax, and today I'll be covering my top 5 favorite prospects with autos under $50, along with 6 honorable mentions. For anyone new to my channel, I will be assigning 2 different ranks to each player. My Juggernaut ranking system ranks every prospect that played in the minor leagues in 2023 based on age level, weighted on base average, stolen bases per plate appearance, WRC+, K percentage, and swinging strike percentage. In my most recent update, there were a total of 1,781 minor league players ranked. Players also must be under the age of 24 and have 100 plus plate appearances to be given a Juggernaut rank. You can view my complete Juggernaut ranking system over on my Patreon page to see where your favorite players ranked based on my selected stats. The second ranking is my Let's Talk Wax ranking system, which is more subjective and based on my personal ceiling for each player. Before we dig into the players, it's worth mentioning that the list does not include pitchers, and there's no significance to the order in which these players are talked about. If you want to unlock the entire spreadsheet of my top 150 Bowman Chrome Autos, you can find it over my Patreon page. I'll put a link to it in the video description. The players I chose from this list are purely my opinion and not fact. I highly recommend investigating every player on the list and making some decisions that fit your own prospecting profile. ADL Amador is the Colorado Rockies' #1 prospect on most mainstream platforms. The switch-hitting middle infielder has an impressive hit tool with solid power and immaculate K numbers. He's held a .292 batting average across 3 seasons in the minors with a .169 ISO. He's also yet to exceed a 20% K rate at any level, including AA. Amador had some tough luck in 2023 and during 3 separate stints on the injured list. Prior to a hand injury in July that lasted 7 weeks, he was hitting .302 with a .212 ISO and 12 stolen bases across 259 plate appearances in High A. After destroying the Complex League for 5 rehab games, the Rockies sent him to AA, where he got his feet wet for 10 games at the age of 20. I'm a very big advocate of K and walk numbers, and Amador's walk rates are a very big part of the reason I have him so high on this list. In his 3-year career, he's held a 14.2% walk rate, which is nearly 2 points higher than his 12.3% K rate. Both incredible numbers. His current skill set gives him a very high offensive floor. His ceiling will be dependent on how much power he runs into over the next 2 seasons. According to Baseball America, Amador increased his average exit velocity by 3 points following the 2023 season. He also posted a career-high max exit velo of 110.4. I watched one of his home runs to the pool side in AA, and it was a monster shot, so there is some juice in the tank. I think the biggest factor working against his power is his ground ball to fly ball rate, which has been consistently sitting around 1.5 over his career. If he can get the ball in the air more a bit in AA in 2024, he could finish the year as a 20-20 player, 20 home runs and 20 stolen bases. Amador is the first auto only out of 2021 Bowman, with current sales on his base autos coming right around the $50 mark. Carson Williams may have one of the highest ceilings on this list, but it also comes with some risk. He's got plus power and defensive upside at shortstop, but has been a bit K-prone throughout his minor league career, with a 31.5% career K rate. Williams started the 2023 season in High A, where he was dominant across 462 plate appearances, hitting 23 home runs and stealing 17 bases in the process. In a quick fix move following the Wander Franco derailment, the Rays sent Williams to AAA to hold down the fort for a few games, where he struggled quite a bit. After the dust settled, he was sent back down to AA at age 20, where he finished the season with a .429 batting average and a small 26-inning sample size. Williams will most likely start the 2024 season in AA, which will give us a great sample size to see how much his K numbers impact his power output at that level. While he does have a tendency to swing and miss, he's yet to hold a walk rate below 10% at any level in his career, which shows a refined approach at the plate. Williams has solid in-game speed, but the power and defense will drive the car. Baseball America has his 2023 average exit velocity at 93 miles per hour, which is a high damage swing. Just for reference, at the MLB level, Acuna held a 94.7 average exit velocity, which was good for second place behind Aaron Judge's 97.6 average exit velocity in 2023. I understand the stretch here, but it's just an example. Williams has a first Chrome and first Chrome autograph in 2021 Bowman draft, which is selling for around $50 right now. He could be one of the most underrated shortstops in prospecting right now. Tyler Black is the oldest player on this top 5 list at 23.4 years of age. I am aware that age plays a large role in the prospecting community, but I believe Black will see some big league time in 2024. The Canadian-born infielder was drafted in the first round, 33 overall, of the 2021 draft out of Wright State University. Scouts got their first glimpse of Black while scouting fellow Wright State University graduate Peyton Burdick in 2019. Black, a freshman at the time, hit .353 with 7 home runs and a 0.47 K to walk ratio, which was astounding for his age. The 2020 season was a wash for all NCAA athletes, but Black returned in 2021 to solidify his draft stock, hitting .383 with 13 home runs and a 0.64 K to walk ratio in his junior year. Following the draft, he didn't perform well within a small sample size between Rookie League and Low A. His 2022 season was decent, and he remained a $5 to $10 auto until he broke out in 2023. This past season between AA and AAA, Black hit .284 with 18 homers, 37 extra base hits, and 55 stolen bases, inserting himself into the speed power player profile. Legit speed power prospects are unicorns in the hobby and tend to gain a lot of attention. It's even harder to find speed power prospects with plate discipline Black has shown over his career, an 18.3 K percentage and a 16.6 walk percentage. As I mentioned before, he's old for the hobby, but his defensive versatility could help him get his bat in the Brewers lineup in 2024. Throughout his career, he's had defensive reps at second base, third base, outfield, first base, and DH. Jackson Chourio is the first name that comes to mind when discussing Brewers minor league talent, but Tyler Black should not go unnoticed in 2024. You can find his first Chrome and first Chrome autos in 2021 Bowman draft. The Houston Astros had a litany of outfield talent in their farm system in 2023 and sent Drew Gilbert and Ryan Clifford to the Mets as part of the Justin Verlander deal. Gilbert was one of the top SEC bats coming into the 2022 draft, and the Astros selected him in the first round out of the University of Tennessee. He only had 37 plate appearances in his 2022 professional debut, but started attracting some significant attention in 2023 when he hit .289 with a 198 ISO, 11 home runs, and excellent K numbers. He was also electric in AA post-trade, hitting .325 with 6 home runs and 154 plate appearances in Binghamton. Gilbert's highest ceiling tool is his bat, but his defense isn't far behind. He played the majority of his defensive innings in center field in 2023, a total of 432. Like Black, Gilbert is 23 years of age with no MLB experience, but that could change quickly going into 2024. Gilbert is the top outfield prospect in the Mets system. Starling Marte held a negative WAR in 2023, while Harrison Bader finished the season with a 1.0 WAR. The Mets could definitely use a bit more offense in the outfield in 2024, and Gilbert could be the answer. You can find Drew Gilbert's first Chrome and first Chrome autos in 2022 Bowman draft for around $40 right now. Jackson Merill was the 27th overall pick in the 2021 MLB draft out of Severna Park at high school. He's a big kid standing at nearly 6'4" with an athletic body. He's had a fantastic minor league career so far with a .294 career batting average and a sub-20 K rate. Things went very well for him in 2023, splitting time at age 20 between high A and AA. Between those two levels, he held a .277 batting average with 15 home runs and a 12.1% K rate. Merill is still spending more than 95% of his defensive reps at shortstop and finished the 2023 season with a fielding percentage just under .970. I think the big question with Merill is power. He's yet to post a 170 plus ISO and is prone to hitting the ball on the ground. He did, although, post the lowest ground ball rate of his career at 35.7 in AA, which is either dumb luck or a sign he's making an effort to get the ball in the air more. I watched quite a bit of video on Merill, and he hit some long home runs to his pool side in 2023. He's also capable of driving the ball the other way, but as with most lefties, his big juice is to the pool side. Along with the fringy power, Merill could afford to clean up his approach a bit, having yet to post a 10-plus walk rate at any level. When he does swing, he makes a ton of contact, with a 2023 K percentage of 12.1 and a career K percentage of 15.1. I currently see Merill as a high-floor player who has a power-dependent ceiling. His first Chrome cards out of 2021 draft have the wrong picture. It's not him, and his non-first Chrome autos can be found in 2022 Bowman Chrome for around $50. Now, before we get into our honorable mentions, if you guys want to help support the channel, be sure to check out my Patreon page. I'll put a link to it in the video description. Over there, you get access to my autograph checklist breakdowns from all Bowman releases from 2019 to 2023, team break guides for all releases 2020 to 2023, a top 100 Bowman Chrome autos list. As I mentioned before, my top 150 Bowman Chrome autos list under $50.
access to my JUGGERNAUT rankings for all 2023 MLB hitters that qualified, first Chrome Autograph database, a private Let's Talk Wax Discord server, and early access to all of my YouTube video information. If that sounds like something you guys would enjoy and you want to help support the channel, check out my Patreon page. I'll put a link to it in the video description. Kicking off our honorable mentions is Brady House, and he was the 11th overall pick in the 2021 draft out of Winter Barrow High School. He's got a healthy blend of both contact and power with a .303 career batting average and a .165 ISO. His power numbers dipped a bit in 2022, but he was dealing with a back injury the majority of the year. He had an amazing 2023 season, climbing from low A to double A, hitting .312 with a .185 ISO across 3 levels. House is playing strictly third base now and has to make some tweaks to his approach with a 6.9% walk rate, but the bat has been consistent for 3 consecutive years. His first Chrome cards can be found in 2021 draft, and his non-first autos can be found in 2022 Bowman Chrome. Jacob Melton was a former second-round selection in the 2022 draft out of Oregon State University. He was one of the top speed-power combos in the minor leagues, having slugged 23 home runs and stolen 46 bases between high A and double A in 2023. His K numbers did take a big dip in double A, but it was only a 56 plate appearance sample size. Without Jacob Melton and Kennedy Corona in the Astros minor league system, I highly doubt they would have sent Gilbert and Clifford to the Mets. Melton is a bit old for the hobby, but I really love the speed, power, and defensive ceiling. His first Chrome cards can be found in 2022 Bowman Draft, while his non-first autos can be found in 2023 Bowman Chrome. Jet Williams was the 14th overall pick in the 2022 draft and had a decent showing in low A to start his pro career. He really took off following an early promotion to high A in 2023, where he hit .299 with a .268 ISO and 12 stolen bases across a 162 plate appearance sample size at the level. He was promoted to double A to finish out the year, where he wasn't able to get into a rhythm with 26 plate appearances. Williams takes a ton of walks with an 18.7 career walk rate and rarely strikes out with a 21.5% career K rate. He stole 45 bases in 2023 with 13 home runs and 30 extra base hits. He should start the 2024 season in Double A, where we will get to see how he performs over a larger sample size. Oh, and by the way, he's currently only 20.2 years old, which helped him earn the number 3 spot on my JUGGERNAUT ranking system. Williams has a first Chrome and first Chrome auto in 2022 Bowman Draft. Jacob Wilson has one of the top contact bats in the 2023 draft. He hit .333 between low A and high A, holding a .970 fielding percentage in his professional debut. He doesn't have any in-game power, but his hit tool is impressive with a 2023 K percentage of 9.9. Wilson has a very high floor and is currently the number 1 prospect in the Oakland A's organization. I know that's not saying a lot, but it's still positive as far as path goes. Depending on how he handles Double A in 2024, we could see him receive a late season call-up to the majors next year. You can find his first Chrome and first Chrome auto cards in 2023 Bowman Draft. It took Kennedy Corona a few years to grow into some power, and now he's become another one of the top speed power guys to watch in 2024. In 2022, he hit 19 home runs and had 28 stolen bases. He did even better in Double A this year, hitting 22 home runs with 31 stolen bases and 25 extra base hits. Corona also has some great defense to back up his blossoming offense, winning a minor league Gold Glove in Double A this year. The Astros added him to the 40-man roster in November to protect him from the Rule 5 draft, so it may not be long until we see him in some sort of role in Houston. I usually don't rank players without any upper minors experience this high, but Ricardo Cabrera had an amazing 2023 season between the Complex League and Low A. He hit .346 with a .185 ISO, 11 extra base hits, and 24 stolen bases in just under 100 plate appearances. As I said before, the numbers don't lie, but 100 plate appearances is usually the length of a good hot streak, and we have no upper minors data. There's no way to tell for sure how he will pan out in the upper minors, but in 2023, he was one of the most dominant bats in the Complex League and Low A. That's going to wrap up this video. If you guys want to check out the full top 150 list, you can find that on Patreon, along with lots of other exclusive content. I'll put a link to that in the video description. A huge shout out to all my level 3 Patreon sponsors. If you guys enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate the views, and y'all have a great day.